1, 2, 1, 2. Yep. All right. All right, installed long as I can.
I'm nervous.
You're not the one being interviewed.
I know, but this is a huge episode.
I'm just making sure we're kind of even. I guess we are. I can make it work anyway. All right, I'm ready when you're ready, I guess.
Maybe you should open it. Hello, hello.
No, we don't want to break tradition. That'll jinx the whole damn thing.
Okay, here we go. Hello. Welcome to this episode of the Rogers Radio Podcast. I am so excited about this episode. Probably the most excited I've been. The first episode I ever did, I was so nervous. And I was like, oh my gosh, what are people going to think? How am I going to sound? Do I say too much? And here we are, the biggest episode by far. 100 episodes of the Rogers Radio Podcast.
Yay!
Woo! Yay! And let's talk about this because look who I have sitting next to me for the 100th episode. I have Kenney Lloyd, the one that we always talk about behind the camera, the one that makes this happen for us every week. He makes sure that you can see the episodes every week. He makes sure they sound amazing. He makes sure that they look amazing. He makes sure that everyone that is in front of the camera feels comfortable. He is one of the biggest assets at Rogers Heating and Cooling. I am a huge fan, and I am so excited to have Mr. Kenney Lloyd on this side of the camera.
Thank you. Very, very weird being on this side, but I think I can do it.
I know. How are you feeling right now?
I wasn't nervous whatsoever until 5 minutes ago. When I said, let's do it.
So what happened, we knew we were doing this episode today. And then I come in this morning and you're setting up, you're ready. I'm like, it's going to be at 2 o'clock today.
Pumped and I'm ready. You said 2 o'clock. I'm like, well, shoot. I almost said something else. Well, darn. Okay. Well, 2 o'clock.
Yes. So, and here we are. I'm so excited to have you because I really want people to get to know you and I want everyone to hear your story. Something really cool. I'm not sure if you can see this, but we are actually sitting in what is going to be the Rogers Heating and Cooling studio. And so the sound is good. Like, this is so exciting. If I look up, I'm seeing wires everywhere and insulation.
Yeah, that's why I had to crop in a little bit so you couldn't see all that
stuff. So you're probably not seeing this, but we have no air condition. So if you see us sweating a little bit.
Start shining, you know.
It's because we are in this room, but it was just so exciting. And it's going to be such an awesome space. Like, I can see the camera over here. Like, I'm going to try not to look over here to make sure everything looks okay.
I know, I keep looking. I'm like, I'm not going to look over there.
Yeah, so if you see us kind of looking, it's the first time, it's official in here, official lighting. Like, it is so cool. And I can't wait to share more once it's done. But first, I just want everyone to get to know you. And so kind of share a little bit about where you started your career and kind of what led you to Rogers Heating and Cooling.
Well, I guess I'll start when I graduated. When I graduated high school, I went to the Army because my dad said, well, son, you got two choices. You got to go to college or you got to go to the military. You got to learn a trade. So I wasn't very studious, so I thought, well, college is not going to be for me. So anyway, I went in the Army. I spent 4 years in the Army. I took power generation, which is like, generators, working on generators, the electrical side, the mechanical side, So did that, got out, got a job at Wabash Magnetics in maintenance as primarily electrician, but we did everything. Left there, went to climate control, which is now comfort systems, as an electrician. Got my journeyman's card, become a foreman, stayed there for 21 years doing commercial electrical work. Left there, went to CRB, worked there for, it was 11, right at 12, I think, actually, years. 11 something. And same thing, electrical. And found out one day. Oh, I missed something. I started doing weddings on the side. I've always loved taking pictures, taking videos. And I did a video for a friend of my wife's. She asked me, would I please film her daughter's wedding, you know? And I'm like, I can't do that. You know, I don't want to. She's like, well, I don't expect anything. You know, you don't have to do, just film it. I just want to make sure this chair keeps sliding. I just want to make, you know, I just want it on film, you know. So I was like, I ring, I'll do it. So I done it and just fell in love with it. I mean, it was just, I just loved it. And so I started doing weddings on the side while I was working at CRB. And just really, I mean, it kind of took off. It was a little slow at first, but it took off. And I still do them now. I love it. I mean, so anyway, so then I found out there was a job opening in town at Rogers Heating and Cooling. And for a videographer, and I'm thinking, why would they need a videographer? Yeah. What would I do? It can't be full time. It's got to be part time. I don't care. I'm gonna try it, you know. So anyway, long story short, I did get the job, and it was like all the planets and stars, everything just lined up. You know, I just couldn't believe it. I really couldn't. But I still was thinking, it's just no way this is going to be like something that's going to keep me busy, you know? And at first it was a little slow till we got it figured out. And now we do a lot. We do a lot. But I love it. I mean, I absolutely love it. Every day is fun. I mean, it's not like work, you know? Sometimes I'll be working and I'll look at the clock and when I got here at 8, and I feel like I've been working 15 minutes, and I look and it's 12:30. I'm like, holy crap, I got to go to lunch, you know? Yeah. But that's, you know, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I didn't think I would ever get a job that I absolutely loved. I mean, I enjoy being an electrician, and I work for some good companies. But, you know, I got to where I didn't love it. You know, it's just kind of like dreading, you know, Mondays. But this, I look forward to coming to work every day. And I'm not just saying that. That's the truth. I really, really do. Really do.
Well, we appreciate you so much. And just like you said, the coolest thing, so Joey is definitely a visionary. And he comes up with these ideas, and he is...
Get you to work them out.
Yeah, exactly. We call him the tornado, too, and I'm sure you guys have heard me say that, but he comes in like a tornado, and then he has all these amazing ideas, and then he's like, okay, make it happen, right? And we pick up all the pieces, and it's really cool to see, but that's kind of how this position came about, because we said, how are we going to make sure that we're always putting out great content for you guys that are watching and listening right now, and how can we make sure that everyone knows who Rogers is?
Right.
And the next step was a videographer. And so when we were interviewing people for the position, you know, Kenney comes in, and you were in your CRV.
Yeah, because I think I messaged you. I'm like, hey, I'm just getting off work. Is it okay? And you're like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you come in and you're talking about your background, and it was just such a cool moment for me to know, okay, this is a solid candidate. He's by far the best candidate that we've interviewed. He has the talent, but you're coming from the trades, and we get to keep you in the trades in just a different way.
Yep.
And it was so amazing. But then when you came in, we had nothing. We had no camera, no equipment. We had no plan. I feel like the first couple months, we just said, video everything.
Well, you know, before I started, I filmed the Christmas party.
That is right.
So that gave me something to do in the gate, you know, in the door. And I think you found a laptop. I jumped on it and started, you know, doing that. So that kind of started, that was my first project here. The very first one, 2022, I guess it was, right?
Yeah.
2022 Christmas party. Yeah, because last year was 20,
That's right.
And then we just kind of, you know, started ordering this and that, and it just grew and it grew and grew. And it's I mean, we do a lot, man, a lot. And we can do even more. I mean, we're trying, you know, I'm trying to do more and more and more as far as thinking of stuff, and you know, it's been good.
It's the way of the world now, and you know, being on it's more than, and I want you to talk about it a little bit, because just like you were thinking, like, what am I going to do every day? Like, why do they need this? And it's like, well, it's really important to us to showcase our team and make sure that people know who we are And when I say we, I mean every team member here, because the team members we have, they're going into your home.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure you know who they are and you get to know them on this side just before they ever step foot on your doorstep.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, knowing what we're offering and our services and what we're doing to expand. And a big part of it was the podcast. And right before we started recording, I said, oh my gosh, 100 episodes. This is so big.
Mm-hmm.
And you let me know that this is the 55th.
This is the 56th,
56.
if I'm not mistaken, yeah.
The 56th episode that's been videoed.
Yep.
And that's been huge. The podcast would not be as big as it is today without this aspect of it. And because you get to watch, and even in the beginning, I'm like, gosh, do people really want to sit and like watch me talk on camera? But it really does help you get to know me and everyone that we're talking to, and we get to showcase so many businesses.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, we've learned a lot.
Well, you know, video podcast is really taking off. I mean, you got those huge ones, and it's, you know, I'm partial to video, but I think it's a very important. I think it was a very important step. I really do. I think. I mean, like I've learned, you know, YouTube has been my study guide, my everything, learning what I'm doing, and it still is. I mean, still got miles to go, but I don't listen to much. I mean, of course, if I'm riding down the road, I want to listen, but you know, I just think video is very important.
It is very important, and it's so cool to be able to look back on, you know, everything that we've done over the last couple of years, because it's here. And like I said, in your early days, you just had mics on me, Joey, other people.
Yeah.
And you would just like video us.
It's like, we don't know if we'll use it. I mean, I got stuff that I edited. I look back because I try to clean out my, you know, my drives every now and then. And I say, man, we never, you know, like you said, we just put mics on Joey, and Joey was talking to the girls up front or having a meeting or whatever. And we just recorded it. Some stuff we kind of used, some we didn't, but we still got it.
Yeah. And who knows when we'll use it, and maybe we'll pull out some archive stuff one day.
But you know something you hit a minute ago, and I don't mean to cut you off, but I don't want to forget it. What's so funny is when people ask me what I'm, you know, people I know or just people I make conversation with, they're like, what do you do? You know, where do you work? I'm like, Rogers Heating and Cooling. It's like, oh, you do, you know, HVAC? I'm like, well, no, I work for an HVAC company. Really? What do you do? I said, I'm the videographer and photographer. Really? Is it full time? I'm like, oh yeah, it's full time. And you have enough to do? I'm like, yes, I actually do. I mean, so many people like myself, like I was, just couldn't believe that I would have enough to do to be a full-time videographer, you know? I'm like, oh yeah, they keep me rolling, man.
Yes, we're always coming to you with stuff. And you know, we learned early on too, that you were pumping out the content. You were videoing so much. And then I was holding up a lot of it because it was my responsibility at that time to post everything.
Post it, yeah.
And I wasn't holding up my end of the bargain. I wasn't the best at that. And so I came to you and I was like, look, you want to take this up a notch?
Yep.
And now you're the one putting all the content out there.
I mean, we're kind of still, you know, transitioning into it, but yeah, absolutely. And
so
I'm glad.
You're so much more than a videographer now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you are like over all the media specialist, media coordinator, media extraordinaire.
Good or bad, it's me.
Yes. And so really growing our YouTube channel. So everyone check out the YouTube channel because there is some content on there that is not anywhere else.
Right.
And
Check it out. Like, comment, follow. The whole nine.
Yes.
But it is growing. I mean, it really is. I'm starting to see where the views are picking up, especially on the shorts, you know. So it's good. You definitely need to check it out. Definitely.
And you know more. I'd say if you want a true behind the scenes perspective, Kenney, you know more than anyone really about Rogers and what goes on here. And so I want to ask you, what is a memorable moment for you in this role that you can think back on? Maybe something that wasn't released or just your day-to-day. Like, what's a memorable moment?
A most memorable moment?
Yes. Because you see it all.
Probably, honestly, when I started, when I come to that Christmas party and nobody knew me and I didn't know anybody, I I mean, I feel like I'm a people person. You know,
Yes.
me and my wife both enjoy talking to people. We're not shy about, meeting new people, but it was awkward,
Yeah, yeah.
That really, I mean, it's like when, you guys are like, this is our videographer. Everybody's like, yay. I mean, what do we need him for? But hey, welcome, which everybody's been super cool. I've never worked at a place that, I mean, everybody here really is just awesome. I mean, it's just like one huge family. It really
It
is.
is.
But that's probably my most memorable moment.
Yeah.
And then the events we do, I mean, I'm running and filming and working like a dog, but I really enjoy doing that. And I enjoy, the events that we do. But probably that the thing that sticks out the most is that first night. Is just kind of meeting everybody sort of on the fly and, people not sure what the heck. I'm sure people were nervous,
Right.
Oh, he's going to bring the camera out and spy on us.
You're right.
And that was my biggest thing when I first went out. I tell the guys, I'm not out here to make you look bad. And they would, I mean, of course they were. I worked in the field for years. I know how leery you get when, but anyway, I'm rambling, but that's probably the thing that sticks out the most.
Yeah. And that was a very exciting time.
Mm-hmm.
And then, getting you in here and not knowing what we were doing, really. Just do what you need to do.
Like, well, just put him over here in the corner somewhere. I think I went from the big room
Yes.
to Sabrine's office.
Yes.
And then me and another guy shared this office.
True.
And hopefully one day I'm going to be in here.
Yes, you are going to be in here. And I mean, it sounds fantastic.
Doesn't it?
It really
It's great. Everybody
sounds
comes in here is like, man, that's almost weird. It's so quiet in here.
It really is.
I love it, though. I love it.
It's really amazing. And I feel like we have someone that says that I yell into the into the mic, and I'm really sorry. You're listening, I'm sure, and I'm really sorry. I'm just so excited.
I'm pretty sure
today.
they probably are.
Yeah, they are, and so I'm trying not to yell, but it's so quiet in here. I can barely hear myself, which is really cool. But
a little weird, but it is. Very cool.
It is. So, okay. You talked about your most memorable moment. What's it like for you with all the bloopers? And take us through your process, because a lot of what you record, I mean, you may get hours, you get lots. How long does it take you to do this stuff? What's your day-to-day look like?
My day-to-day? Well, it's changed. It's been different the whole time because, like I say, we've been growing and, but as far as you mean filming something?
Yeah.
Well, the biggest thing I have is, especially with the girls in the Opportunity Center, is, I'm like, I come up with this idea. Let me take a picture. Let me film you. I'm not ready today. I'm like, we tell y'all to be camera ready all the time.
Yes.
But not today, Kenny. Let's do it tomorrow. I'm like, all right, tomorrow, 2:00.
Yeah.
Come tomorrow. Oh, I forgot. I'm just not ready today. That's the big, which that doesn't happen a lot. It does happen some. But it's like Friday. I wanted to get a bunch of content that we got coming up. I was going to try to just really knock it out, get a lot of stuff that day, get it scheduled and all that. And, I won't call a name, but I'll tell so-and-so, hey, I'm going in to get my camera. I'm going to get you to, do this real quick. I come out and you can't find him. So I finally find him and he's over behind something, He's like, well, I'm not the right person to do this, really. You need to get so-and-so to do that. He knows more about that. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I go to so-and-so and so, well, I wasn't ready today. I'm like, come on, man. This is real quick, but for the most part, everybody's really cool about it. They don't give me a hard time, and I don't try to push them.
No.
But I'm like, I really need to get this done.
Yes.
But my day-to-day is great. I mean, it really is. I love it. I keep saying that, but it's like when you finally get a job, not many people ever get to work a job they love.
Right.
I mean, really, what
It's
would
true.
you say? Maybe 2%, 5%?
Right.
And when you get it, it's still surreal. It really sometimes doesn't seem real,
Right.
But anyway, enough about that. Everybody knows I love my
No.
job.
No, it's amazing. And what are your current goals? What are you looking most forward to for the future?
I want to get better and better.
Mm.
I want to get better and better. I would like to. I kind of would like for my side business to pick up a little more, not to be full time,
Right.
but just pick up some.
Yeah.
But I just want to get better. I mean, and that's the thing. I really do am continuing trying to further my education as far as videography. I mean YouTube. I'm saying, but
Yeah.
reading. I read a lot of articles. I watch tons of videos. I just want to get better and better. I don't know. I won't ever hit that pinnacle because I don't think anything you do you'll ever be the master of. There's no such thing. I mean, I did electrical work for like 32 years, and I was learning every day. So it's just like this, but that's good. That's a good thing.
It really is. And, if you guys go back and you look at some of the first ones we videoed and like look at today.
I don't look at it because I can't. It's terrible. I mean, it was probably okay, but I was still learning. I mean, I only really shot weddings, and then I took, I do real estate photos, but so it was a different thing. So, I never really had been into a controlled environment. I've learned so much about lighting and audio and so much, and it is. It really is a big difference from the first one to this last one. Yes,
way.
it really has.
And it's been so cool because we've kind of taken it on the road, the podcast, and we've gone to so many different businesses. How has that been for you? Because I've learned so much about our community through that. And
I enjoy it because, people really do appreciate it too when we come out. And that's our goal, is to promote them, so to speak, And I enjoy it. And I like it because it's like in filming events and stuff, they call it gun and run and gun, whatever. And it's kind of the same way because, I mean, we filmed under a carport. The last one,
Yeah.
So it helps me. It's just giving me more, obstacles for me to try to overcome. But I really enjoy it. I really do enjoy the on the road thing and trying to do a little B-roll, trying to make it look really good,
Yeah.
So I like it.
It has been a lot of fun to see other businesses. So if you are a business owner that is watching or listening right now and you want us to come showcase you, like, this is what you're going to see. These are, it's just going to be the two of us coming and setting up and learning about you. And what people don't realize is it's free. We don't charge anything to go to these businesses.
It's really good free advertising.
Yes.
I mean, really, really is.
Yes. And, we just want to get to know what others are doing in the community so we can continue helping to improve and to promote what they have going on. And so that's been really cool. What do you like to do in your free time?
Well, I've got 7 grandkids. They take up a lot of me and my wife's free time. But I mean, we love ball games. My son, the beach. We love the beach. Me and my wife love to go somewhere. But we really love the beach, so we try to do that as much as possible. Love hunting and fishing. I don't really hunt as much anymore as I used to, but I do love it. Going to ball games. That's our life.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And I have a camera with me pretty much everywhere I go. I think sometimes, it's like this weekend, I took a camera with me to the ball field, and sometimes I think my wife thinks, oh, God, he's bringing that camera again. I got to make room, like we go to the beach, and that's the big obstacle is how can we get all of our stuff and all of my stuff in there? And so anyway, we make it work.
Yeah, and I mean, that is why you're so good at what you do. And you're always practicing, you're always getting better.
Yeah.
And,
trying to.
Like you mentioned, you film weddings and special events. And so please reach out to Kenney and, hire him to video your wedding or event or anything special you have coming up. Because he is fantastic, as you already know. I know.
Well, thank you.
And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for helping promote Rogers. Thank you for being along on this journey of us trying to figure it out and learning. And I'm not always involved. and I'm very hands off a lot of the times, and you just make it happen. And
Well, thank you.
I just really appreciate it. I'm telling you guys, like, really, Kenney makes a lot of this happen. I sit in this chair and I just start talking. Kenney makes it look good, sound good. He is the reason the podcast is where it is today. And that's why it was so important for me to have him on for the 100th episode. And so, sitting in front of this camera today, you're not used to being in front of the camera.
Mm-mm.
And fun fact, just a couple weeks ago, your son got married.
Mm-hmm.
And you were talking to me about having to do a speech.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh my gosh, once this is over, I can breathe. And I'm
Yep.
like, well, I'm going to make sure
Yeah.
that
Oh.
I keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
Because
You said what you said was,
okay, what did I say?
we was coming back from recording a podcast,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And you said, I got something to ask you, and you're not gonna like it. And I'm thinking, oh God, what is she fixing to tell me? And we got the 100th episode coming up, and I really want you to be in the 100th episode. I'm like, well, what did I tell you? And then, I'm like, fine, let's just do it. Let's do it. Because that was like the 15th, 100th time,
Yes.
At first you asked me a lot.
Yes.
And I was like, no, I'm not ready for that, But anyway, I'm glad we done it.
I have been asking Kenney for a long time to be on this side so you guys could get to know him and really see how amazing he is. And, and then he would be like, oh, well, let's wait until we have the studio.
Yeah.
And let's wait until this.
Well, I wasn't going to say, but that's what I said. I told you I wanted to wait till the studio's done, but this is the 100th episode, and like, all right,
it's almost
fine.
done.
Yeah.
We're getting closer.
We're closer.
We're in here.
Yeah, we're in here.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, we're making it happen. And, I'm going to bring this back a little bit. So, my longtime listeners know that I used to ask the question, if you could have dinner with one living person outside your family, who would it be? And I haven't done that in a while.
And you had to bring it back with me.
But I'm going to kind of rephrase it for you.
Okay.
If you could record anything, like your dream video shoot, what would it be?
Wow, that's a good question. What would be my dream thing to shoot?
Yes.
Probably something in action type movies, because I look at a lot of behind the scenes, how they do the green screen and how they do all these crazy CGI, whatever, special effects, stuff. And I think it would be so cool to be a part of something like a big blockbuster action-packed movie, because it's not anything like it appears, because there's so much special effects these days. But yeah, I think that would be great. I don't know if it would be. I enjoy doing the whole thing. I enjoy filming it. I enjoy editing it, So usually when you get a job somewhere, say with a TV, like a news station or on a film crew, or, you do one thing and that's all you do. So I like having control of the whole thing, but I think it would be cool just to be on set and be like a cameraman in maybe one movie,
All right. Well, hey, it may happen one day.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Well, thank you, Kenney, for
thank you
being on this side.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, see?
Maybe the 200s, we'll do it again.
Let's do it.
Okay.
And I'm going to try not to get emotional here, because 100 episodes is really special to me. And it's only possible with Kenney making sure that it's posted every week and that it looks as great as it does and we get it out to you guys. But it really wouldn't happen unless you guys were actually watching and listening to it every week. And just so appreciative of it and allowing us to bring this to you every week. And it's been a journey, and I'm looking forward to continuing it and being consistent with it and bringing you this content every week. So please let us know. what you want to see.
Absolutely.
And what you want changed or added or what you'd like to see more of, because we do read all of the comments and take all of the feedback. And if you see Kenney in town, talk to him about it. If you see me in town, talk to me about it. We are always willing to communicate with you, and we love when you come up and talk to us about this, because we're really proud of it and really proud of what you're able to put out all the time, every day.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Kenney, so much for making sure that Rogers is on the map and everyone knows who we are.
Well, thank Rogers. Thank you guys for taking the chance, you know, because I probably got the only job like I've got in this county for sure. I'm sure bigger, you know, cities, but I know you know, because I've said it so many times, but it's you don't know. You won't know how it impacted my life.
Thank you so much for that, and you impact ours every day in a positive way, and everyone on the team loves you so much, and so thank you for everything you do. Thank you everyone for listening. Let's continue doing this, Kenney.
Absolutely.
Cheers to 100 episodes. We're gonna I don't know what this is about to do. We have a confetti popper.
It's just pointed that way.
Do I have to take this off?
I don't know. This is your idea, not mine.
Or does it pop
I wouldn't
through?
look at it.
That
would be some video, wouldn't it? You sitting there.
Remove the outside plastic. Oh, I think this stays on. Does it stay on?
Take it. I think what you got to do is turn something, right?
Yeah, you do it.
Okay.
Can you see this? I'm scared.
Here I am looking in it. I
Cheers
told you not
to
to. Here we go.
100 episodes. I'm nervous.
Okay, what? We should have
behind the scenes.
We should have researched this a little bit.
Behind the scenes of the Rogers Radio podcast.
Oh, I was doing it. It said rotated in the arrow position.
Is it empty?
Has this been used?
Has it? No, it was in plastic. Maybe the other way?
Well, I mean, I didn't turn it now. 5 minutes and it ain't done nothing. All right, there we go. Look. Now it comes out.
Do it! 100 episodes! Woo! Thank you everyone for watching today. Happy 100th episode. Be sure to like, subscribe, do all of the things. Cheers!
Bye. That was crazy. What the hell? I said and turned. Is it any left? Might as well get it all. No, that was it. Wonder why it didn't do it.
Maybe because I took the gold thing off.
Oh, you know what? The fact that it didn't do it might be better.
Yeah.
That'll be like, that's what we should have said. See, not everything goes like we want it to.